Hey y'all, so welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about why it's important to forgive. So it's so easy to fall into a place of unforgiveness, especially when the people who hurt you are people that's close to you, right? So it can be the smallest thing, but you get offended by it and you start to hold a grudge. So in this instance, let's talk about somebody hurt you and like a betrayal. Like it was like down to the core, like this person or these people ain't have no reason doing this to you and they know they didn't, but they still did it anyway. You've been betrayed by, like, say, a friend or a family member, and it's hard to forgive. And so most of the time when a betrayal happens, it's not like let's talk about Jesus and Judas, okay? Judas's betrayal caused Jesus's Judas's betrayal caused Jesus's death, okay? So betrayal is not nothing light. Like when you betray somebody and you're not physically killing them, you can be killing them spiritually because they never expected it to be you, right? Or you never expected it to be them who did it. So now it's like you've been betrayed and you don't know how to handle it, like because it happened and you never expected it to happen from this person or these people. So now it's like, you know, it hurt you inside. It kind of like killed you inside to a point. So now you're trying to navigate life and you're trying to figure out how to go on. You know what I mean? So the first step is that you have to, forgive these people. But how in the world can you forgive, and you barely even know that you hurt? You know what I mean? Because sometimes life goes so fast that we don't have a chance to process what's going on. So what I want to help you with is I want to give you a couple of points to show you, what kind of feelings that you may have when you're hurt, or you know you you're being unforgiving. You know what I mean? Okay, so and another thing I want to say is forgiveness. When you say forgiveness, it makes it sound like for it's for the other person. And while if somebody is sorry, then forgiveness is for the other person. But if they're not sorry, then the forgiveness is for you to be able to move on. But either way, you don't have to deal with these or anybody anymore. Okay? So forgiveness doesn't mean I forgive you. We can still do this and do that. No, forgiveness means I forgive you, and if you're sorry, the forgiveness is for you as well. But this doesn't mean that I'm going to give you another chance to do it again. You know what I mean? So you can either choose to still be around whoever it was because they're sorry, and you can tell genuinely because they have changed their ways, or you can notice that they haven't changed their ways and you can forgive them and keep your distance. And you can still love them from a distance, and that lets them know that you still forgive them, okay? But forgiveness is ultimately for you to be able to move forward in life after what happened to you. You know what I mean? So, moving forward, so a way to be able to tell that you are unforgiving is you walk around angry, okay? And you don't know where this anger is coming from, but you can look back at your life and you can tell the time from when you was happy and you didn't have these anger issues and you was able to navigate life to the point where you stopped being like that. And that's where the betrayal probably happened. That's where your unforgiveness is probably coming from. So like I said, sometimes it's hard to know, because life moves so fast and so many things happen to you in a day, you don't know where this feeling is coming from. So you have to get down to the bottom of where the anger is coming from. So that's one way to, figure out where it occurred or when it happened. Now, sometimes a betrayal is so big that it's the only thing you can think about, right? And it's affecting your life so much that you're angry with other people around you, people who didn't even do anything to you, people that God sent in your life to give you a blessing, and you're angry and you don't know what to do. It's kind of like, like an angry child, okay? So if you grew up as a child and you was an angry child and they told you needed anger management and all this and whatever, just an example, it's probably because somewhere down the line you were betrayed, and it could have been by anybody, and the betrayal can look like a lack of love or neglect. That's betrayal because it's something that's coming from somebody that you love deeply. You know what I mean? So it's important for us to go back to these times so then we can know where the root of something is from so that we can heal from it. But moving back on to, being angry. Being angry, it comes to a point where you have to let the anger go because, like I said, whether God sends somebody in your life to be a blessing to you, because God is he's a forgiving, God is he is the author of everything, okay? So he doesn't let his children stay down too long. He's going to send somebody in to pull you out of whatever you're going through, okay? But if we're angry, we're not going to be able to notice because we're going to push these people away. So you have to get out of your anger because that person that he's sending might be the person sent to, let's say, your anger has got you to a point where, man, like now I'm in nobody cares about you. Not even nobody, but that's how life is sometimes. Like now you're in like a home, like a group home or something like that. Anything could have happened and you're there because nobody could deal with you because of your anger, right? So now God is sending somebody because whether you know it or not, you're praying for a better situation. God can hear your heart, okay? So you're praying for a better situation to get you out, and God sends you somebody, okay? But the person that he sends you, you can't recognize them because you too angry. You know what I mean? So you pushing this person away. Now let's say that you surrender and you humble yourself and you like, man, God, I'm just tired of this. I'm tired of myself. Now I don't want this no more. These people don't love me, blah, 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 whatever the case may be. And you let this person in your heart. And next thing you know, you're making steps to get out of the group home. You know what I mean? All it takes is just for you to let the anger go, to be able to start healing, for God to, move you forward in your process. So that's one way of, knowing that you are in a space of, unforgiveness. Okay, so going on to the next point, you become in a stuck state. So now, so being stuck isn't only physically, being stuck is a mind state as well. Your mind can be stuck in a certain timeline. So now the betrayal was so bad, and this is when you know where it came from. It was so bad that now it's all you can think about. Okay, so you meet somebody and all you can talk about is, and I'm just saying, and I'm not trying to put nobody, I'm just making an example, y'all. Like say your boyfriend or girlfriend, they left you for somebody else, right? So now you meet somebody else, or not even nobody that you're trying to get with or nothing, but just in general, say you meet a new friend and all you can talk about is like, man, that girl left me and blah, 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 this and that. And let's say this is years later, okay? Or even years and months later, and it's all you can talk about. Your mind is stuck in the past. Like, how are you going to move forward or have something better if you can't get your mind out of, what happened? So that's really unhealthy, because when you think those things and you keep on thinking it, you're reliving the experience, whether we realize it or not. Because whatever you think is what comes to pass. And even if you do meet somebody else, you probably gonna do the same thing with that person that you did with the other one, because it's all you can think about. And that's an unhealthy mind state. That's like, it's kind of like a sickness. And well, it is a sickness. It's certain things that we go through in life that nobody's put a name or a label on, because it's supposed to be normal. But these things that we go through aren't normal. Our minds aren't supposed to be stuck in 1983. They're supposed to be going with us, so then we can continue to grow and be who God made us to be. And that's a whole nother subject. But we have to, like going back to what I said, we have to be able to recognize where something is coming from, so that we can heal it from the root. You know what I mean? And healing starts when you start to forgive. So another point, is when you start to go through things like this, or you're sick. Like I said, you're sick, and you don't know. You don't. Your mind is replaying the past, and you're hurt, and you kind of like pushing everybody off and stuff like that. So it's certain people who's gonna come into your life, right? And this is called like a familiar spirit, okay? These people are gonna come into your life, and they know exactly what you're going through, because either they've been through it before or they've inflicted it on somebody before. So they're gonna come in your life while you're vulnerable, and they're gonna use what you're going through to get what they want. So these people basically, let me give an example. Okay, so we just gonna say it. So say you just broke up with your significant other, whatever, and you like real hurt, and you meet somebody, or it could be somebody that you already knew, and this is somebody who you know probably been plotting on you from the whole beginning, probably already liked you or whatever, and they knew they didn't have a chance, but they still gonna shoot their shot, because they see you going through a vulnerable state, and that you don't have nobody else. So these people are gonna come in, and they're gonna see you going through what you're going through, and this is the time that they're gonna use to play on you, because your mind is sick, okay? So they're gonna come in, and they're gonna be everything that you need them to be, because they know what you need, because they're a familiar spirit, because they've inflicted it on somebody before, or they've been through it before, so they know how to maneuver in your life to be what you need them to be, okay? And this goes for men and women. They're called witches and warlocks. They know how to manipulate a situation to get the things that they want, okay? And that's basically where witches and stuff is called, witchcraft. So you have to be careful with people like that, because before you know it, these people, when they come to kill, steal, and destroy, okay? If anybody is coming to you and you in a vulnerable state, and they're coming to play on your emotions, they want something from you. And being that your mind is already sick, and you're already in a state that they know that this is the best time to get what they want. So they're coming to kill, steal, and destroy, and then they're coming from the enemy, okay? So when they leave, when they're finished with you, and even, I'm just saying, like, on top of what's already happened to you, and when they come and they're finished with you, you're not going to have anything left. So you have to be careful of these people. Like, I want to really stress that, and I want to make a video on how you can recognize these people. So stay tuned for that. This is how you move forward. Okay, this is how you If you don't know where else to start, this is how you begin to heal from it. So, if I'm talking directly to you, then this is what I want you to do, okay? And this is what helped me. And I'm not speaking from nowhere that I don't know from experience. Okay, so this is what's helped me. I journal. So this is a technique that you can use is every day you write down what happened to you. And you are allowed to be the victim right now. But what you don't want to do is play the victim to somebody else, okay? Like, you don't want to go around acting like a victim because that's another thing that you do when you're not healed, okay? Don't play victim. This is how you heal. Write your stuff down in your journal and be the victim. If you want to write, oh my gosh, I can't believe they did this to me, write that in your journal, okay? And write it down how every day, write what happened to you and how it made you feel every day. Write it down every day until it doesn't affect you anymore. Another step is don't talk about it anymore to anybody outwardly. Not one person. Don't bring it up at all. Okay? And this is when you will begin to see the people who your abusers or the people who try to keep you down, or write it down, don't say nothing else about it. And then when people start to come around, the people who bring it up, who want to talk about it after you haven't brought it up anymore, those are the people who don't want you to heal. Those are the people you need to get away from, because they're trying to keep you in a past mind state because they want to keep you sick so they can continue to abuse you, okay? So write it in your journal and don't say anything to anybody about it, and this is how you're going to heal. And when these people start to come out, you need to let them go because they're not going to allow you to heal. And you're going to stay stuck in the same mind state, and you're not going to be able to forgive. And then this person that keeps on bringing it up, they're going to become another stumbling block, okay? So on top of the betrayal, on top of the energy vampire or the witch, the warlock or the witch, and then the other person I'm telling you, you're going to need a miracle to get out of, the mind state that you're going to be in. So, yeah. So, this is why it's important to forgive, because if you don't forgive, it becomes a slippery slope, y'all. It keeps on going down and down and down, and you're going to keep on going downhill. And you're going to keep on going down until you feel like that you in the pits of HE double hockey stick. And I'm just telling you, and it's going to be so much harder for you to dig yourself out, or so much harder for God to find somebody to reach down and pull you out. I'm trying to tell you, like, it's important to forgive, y'all. It's really important to start to forgive now, because once you get to a certain stage, like people say, the old saying, you get stuck in your ways. It's not stuck in your ways. You're stuck in a mindset. You're stuck in the past. You won't grow. And that's what makes people hard to deal with. And you don't want to be hard to deal with, because if you're hard to deal with, nobody's going to be able to want to be around you, and you're not going to be able to grow. You're going to be one of the people that God sends somebody to help you, but you didn't take the help because you couldn't see past your anger, or you couldn't see past what somebody's done to you. So yeah, y'all, that's all I got. So learn to forgive. And another thing, another way, or not even, I'm just saying the main way, which I don't feel like that I emphasized enough, is getting in your Bible, because the Bible is, a book of love. And if you feeling that you missing the piece because these person or whatever, when they betrayed you, they took, a part of you with them. Whatever they took with them, is the part of you that you didn't need anymore. Because God don't make no mistakes. When he made them people to take whatever they took away from you, he knew that he was going to come in if you let him and fill the pieces, the parts that, the empty pieces. So always, try to seek out God. And, I don't know, people might be like spiritual or not religious and spiritual, which, I prefer not to say what I know. I believe in God and he believes in me, or I wouldn't be here today, okay? So it's not, don't be afraid to seek God, okay? However you want to seek him, but make sure whoever you're following or these people aren't supposed to be trying to make you follow them, okay? You're supposed to be following God. And God, he is so strategic that at a point in time, you don't even need the Bible to find him. He's gonna find you. And then when he finds you, you're gonna know it's him and it's gonna lead you to, okay? So listen, don't follow nobody who's not telling you to seek God, because those are people who want you to put them on, to see them as an idol, okay? And God doesn't like idols. You're not supposed to see an idol. You're supposed to become yourself, okay? And that's just that. All right, so y'all, I don't want to ramble on about nothing else, but seek forgiveness in yourself. And like I said, when you start to forgive somebody else, the forgiveness, because it makes it harder when you say, when you have to forgive somebody else, it makes it seem like it's for them. But like I said, do it for you first. And then once you do it for you, it'll make it so much more easier to forgive somebody else, because the hurt won't be there anymore, okay? And if you got to go back, y'all, and listen again, because some of these points are important in order to move on. Like, you got to know what you're up against. So go back and listen to it again. Write down the points that, stand out to you. All right, but until next time, I love y'all. And I'll see you later. And y'all have a good day. And yeah, that's it.